This is a review about the Bruynzeel Rijksmuseum 24 watercolor pencils in this beautiful tin, and I have been using them lately, so I'm going to show you what they look like, how they paint and color, and then I'll show you a painting that I made with these pencils. It's a Dutch brand, Bruynzeel. Difficult to pronounce for people who don't speak Dutch. Bruynzeel. But, well, Rijksmuseum, that is the name of one of the most important museums in the Netherlands, in Amsterdam. And we are talking about 24 watercolor pencils here. And when you open it up, there's a card. It says, the brush is placed beneath the pencils in the spaces recess. So this brush actually is underneath these pencils, but I already put it on top of it. And it is a great brush, I have to say. I really like this brush. When I used it, it was joyful to work with. It's a synthetic brush. It doesn't say the size, but it's just a great brush. It's not too big. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you all the colors. Here I have one of the pencils, and as you can see, there is no name or number of the color on the pencils. So I'm going to swatch them, and then I'll show you how they color and how they paint. The first pencil that I'm going to try is a white one, so that's going to be interesting, because I don't think you will see anything. No, not much. And when I add water to them, to the paint, you're not going to see. Oh dear, do you see that? The brush is dirty. Let's clean that up. That's not so good. Well, this white pencil, I don't know why it was in this set, but I didn't use it. Here I have a light yellow one. Let's add some water to it. I hope you can see it. I see that the camera isn't picking up on these very light colors that good. Here I have a darker yellow. Water. Look at that. A rich tone occurs here. It's just great. This one is some sort of an ochre tone. At least it looks like ochre. Little bit of water. But as soon as you add water to it, the brown tone disappears a little bit. So I would say it's a dark yellow. Then here I have a brownish tone. I'm not sure if all the colors are correctly in the tin, because normally I wouldn't put a brown here. I would go for orange, but hey. Little bit of water. Look at that. That looks good. Next one is an orange one. As you can see, the pencils crumble a little bit, but I'm pushing quite hard now. Here we go. And there's another orange. Oh, I'm making a little bit of noise, sorry for that. Adding some water. Look at that. Very rich tones occur. Now let's go for the red one. Oh. The consistency of this pencil is a little bit different from normal watercolor paint. Normally, when I use watercolor paint, most of the colors in the watercolor paint stick to the paper a little bit, and it looks like it was my experience with these watercolor pencils that you can move the pigment around very easily, easier than with watercolor paint. And that is something to keep in mind, because well, you don't always want to move everything around. At a certain point you want things to settle down. You want the colors to just stay where they are. And I had a little bit of I needed to practice a little bit with this. Look at the beautiful pink. Wow. There's also a flesh tone. Here I have a flesh tone. Crumbles also a little bit. But the pencils feel very sturdy. It's a good quality pencil. I did like these pencils. The thing is, there's one downside, and that is here I have a lavender color. It's only 24 colors, and I would have loved to have a bigger set, but I don't think a bigger set exists. I haven't found it anyway. I do not have many experience with watercolor pencils. I have one other set, that is the Arteza set, which I like a lot also. And I have had the opportunity of testing Caran d'Ache Supracolor soft pencils. Here's a light green. But I don't see much difference between all those brands. And it's most of the time it's just a matter of getting to know the pencils and learn to work with them. And here I have another green. A little bit of water. And another green, some dark olive green tone. I love olive green tones. There's a little bit of red in them, which gives them that beautiful earthy look. Look at that, just beautiful. Let's go to the next one. That is another green, a dark green tone. Beautiful. And a blue one. This color reminds me of a cerulean blue. Look at that. That's just nice. And there's another blue, a very dark one. And this one is the darkest blue in the set. I would call that one an indigo. Here I have another brown tone, a medium brown tone. Now you can use these pencils in several ways. You can do it like this, so the way I'm doing it now, adding color to the paper and then add water. But you can also pick up the color from the pencil directly. I'll show you later. This is a gray tone. And the last one here is a black pencil. Look at that. That works just beautifully. So this is these are the colors. And I'll show you the other way. Here I have my black pencil, so you can do it like this. Putting it on the paper with your pencil and then smooth things out. But there's another way. It's picking up some water with your brush and then picking up the paint directly from the tip of the pencil. And this technique is my favorite technique because you get a much more intense color. At least that is my experience. I did some painting with it. I made a first impression video with a butterfly. You can watch that if you like. But I recently made another painting that I'd like to show you. Here it is. I made this one with these 24 pencils, and well, I'm quite happy with the end result. So this is what you can do with these Rijksmuseum pencils. I received them from Jackson's Art Supplies, and well, thank you Jackson's, because these are a great set of pencils. If you are interested in buying a set, you can go to the description of this video and I will put a link there to where you can buy these pencils. And well, all I can say is these pencils bring a lot of joy, and you can use them with water but also without water. So you have two sets in one, ordinary pencils, and you can do watercolor with them. So well, I say happy coloring, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.